Joe Kennerson, hiking the PCT. This is my initial loadout, guys. This is an initial loadout. This will be thinned down. My pack is kind of heavy at the start of this thing, but there's some things that I think I need, and maybe I'll find out that I don't, and I can just pack them up at the next post office and get rid of them. So we'll get through this list as quickly as I can. Ibuprofen, multivitamins, magnesium, tooth dental hygiene kit, cheaters, personal hygiene kit, 2 filters. This big filter didn't have the flow I expected out of it, so if I can't get it working right, it's going to go into a hiker box in Hart's Pass probably, and I'll just run the mini. 2 CNOC bottles. I got a 2-liter and a 3-liter CNOC bottle. I can use one to transfer from one to the other. I'll do videos on some of this stuff when I'm out on the trail. Pocket shower. Probably catch some flack for this one, but you're supposed to be cleaning yourself away from water sources. You're not supposed to be washing your stuff or washing yourself in a creek that everybody else has to use for water, or whatever the case may be. So this is very light. It's a very lightweight penalty. I'll do a review on this. I don't want to get too in-depth in it because this video will go too long, but it allows me to take up to 10 liters of water away from the water source and clean and do whatever I want to do with it away from the water source for less impact on the environment or the water table. Anchor charger. It's got the IQ charging, charges stuff really fast. It's good one. A little bit of a weight penalty on this, but this thing works really good, and I can plug a bunch of stuff into it while I'm in towns or whatever. Triple charging cable, does lightning. You can see the ends. It does lightning, micro USB, and actual Samsung phones. Regular USB input. Here's my regular lightning cable for my iPhone. Data transfer. I've got a data transfer device that plugs into my iPhone. It allows me to transfer stuff onto micro SD cards. This is a backup, guys. I mean, this is if my phone takes a crap and I don't have stuff backed up, guess what? My whole journey goes away. It was all on the phone. And stuff that you upload onto videos, you know, they'll compress them and downgrade them. Anyways, not getting into that. This transfers, I plan on doing transfers in Washington and in Oregon, and transferring stuff off of my phone to keep it safer onto the micro SDs. Music, not sure if I'm going to keep or use this. I like to listen to my surroundings when I'm hiking. I think that's kind of why I'm out there. So this may go pretty quickly. Nitecore, this is a great headlamp. Got nothing but good things to say about this. There's plenty of reviews out there on this, but I'll probably do one on the trail. Spot X, this is a satellite communicator. It allows me to do texts and positioning to home. It also has an SOS feature if I get in trouble, break a leg, do something like that where I need to get out of there. I can get SOS and do real-time texting back and forth for the emergency that's coming to get me. Triple charger, triple solar charger, and it works. Tried it at home. It will charge its own onboard 25,000 amp hour battery with its solar panels, and you know, this thing should hold up for quite a while on the trail. It's a pretty good weight penalty, but it works. I validated it works. A knife. Some people carry them, some people don't. Self-explanatory. It's a tool to use while camping. Masks, we all know what those are for. This is my first aid kit. This is also my first aid Swiss Army knife. It's got, you know, scissors, and it's got fingernail clippers for, you know, toe and finger hygiene. I think that's kind of important. My cook pot, I was going to go with a small Tokes small one, but I ended up going with a bigger one. We'll see how that works out. Spoon, lighters, collapsible mug for tea and honey in the morning. Stove, windscreen, scrunchie pad, extra pair of sunglasses, my maps and compass. Some people use them, some people don't. I have gut hooks on my phone. That's going to be my primary, but it's still nice to open up a map now and then and kind of look at your surroundings. And gloves, micro spikes. These are probably going to be the first thing to go once I get out of the passes up here in North Washington. There's still some snowfields up there. They've had a real hot snap this season. The temperatures have been kind of crazy. It's been a heat wave, so a lot of that snowfields are melting, but I may still have some crossings that I'd prefer to use micro spikes on. Seat pad is underneath that, fold out seat pad. My mountain hardware, mountain gear, puffy, pack cover. This pack cover is probably going to go. I have other ways of keeping my stuff pretty darn dry. Gloves, these are probably going to go because we're not getting really any sub-zero or very, very cold weather up in the mountains right now. Baklava, a pullover baklava that goes over your head down. My rain gear, which is going to stay, but a lot of this stuff, with the exception of my puffy, is probably going to go. My Osprey, my Atmos AG65 pack. Love this pack. Yes, it's a little heavy. It's not an ultralight pack, guys. It's a backpack. But I like the features on it. I like the way it rides on my hips. I like the way it rides on my shoulders. Good pack. My tent, Copper Spur, UL2 Classic. Love it. Got the footprint for it, so I can set it up the footprint with the Rainfly, and then put my tent in underneath it while it's dry, you know, out of the rain, and try to keep my stuff a little more wet, and then from getting wet. And then we get into here. I've got my E-Vent. This is one of my ways of keeping my my quilt dry on my E-Vent. This is a compression bag, a waterproof compression bag from Sea to Summit. Real nice, real good. And then of course we've got the UGQ Outdoor. This is a 0 degree quilt. I've got it made longer. Super light, super warm, and great quilt. I'm super happy with this choice of quilts. I think it's a really good quilt. It's kind of weird when you're used to putting something heavy on you to keep you warm. To lay this thing on you, it feels like there's nothing on top of you, and all of a sudden you're warm. It's just kind of amazing. So this is what we're looking at, guys. This is just the rundown. I've been able to keep it down to around 6.5 minutes. That's pretty good. But I will be doing a little more in-depth stuff on this on the trail. My postings from the trail will be catch as catch can. I mean, as I go into towns, I'll be able to post videos. I'm doing this one right now, still from my niece's house, and hopefully I'll be able to do some more. Throw your questions up there in comments. I'm sure I'll get some comments about some weight sacrifices that I'm making on the choices, but you know, for right now, this is where I am. It's not saying it won't change. So thank you very much for watching. Joe Kennerson, Hiking the PCT.